this is my whole point, is this is not necessarily a priority waste issue. This shouldn't be even on the table. We have a fiscal problem in the waste, and that's what I've been trying to scream. We have $1 million that we need to allocate this year and still come up $11,000 short.
We need at least $1 million. Now, we may be able to recover that $11,000 when we start.
I'm not worried about the $11,000, Mr. Moore. We need $1 million each year, and we're talking about allocating $2 million of ARPA to get us through 25. So you want us to approve a contract for a 4-year extension for 3 years that we're going to be at least $1 billion in deficit each year. Yeah. Draw me a sketch on how that's going to work.
The problems that you have with the deficit or the loss each year.
I understand the problem. How are we going to fix it?
No, there are a number of ways you can fix it. It's fairly
easy by bidding it out and maybe reducing services.
Either reduce services, you can look for money from other funds, or you can raise rates. Those are basically the options that you have for that. One of those things is going to happen to solve the problem.
I mean, people already can't afford paying their water bill, their taxes, everything else. And now we're saying, we're gonna kick the can down the road, and we're gonna allocate $2 million of ARPA money, and then when the political climate's a little bit better, we're going to raise taxes. I got a hard time with that. I just don't understand how you want us to approve. And that's why I was hoping that there was more plan on how we're going to pay for this, because your numbers, I thought we were only going to be running $500,000-$600,000 deficit. You're clearly $1 billion deficit.
A year.
So, a year, yeah, correct. I'm baffled how we think that, I mean, the CART program is great and everything else, but I'm baffled on why we want to continue to write checks that we can't cash. Because obviously we're going to have to, here's our fixes. We're going to have to raise taxes. We're going to have to cut services from somewhere else, maybe police, fire, something else out of the general fund to subsidize for this. Or we're going to have to, in 6 months, reallocate more ARPA dollars to kick the can further down the road, because $2 million doesn't even work. That's not even Band-Aid. I don't even know what to think, Mr. Moore. And I'm not saying it's your fault or anything else, but we have a structural problem in the rubbish fund. And approving this contract, no offense, Mr. Vallette, is, like I said, this has nothing to do with priority because it provided great service. This is a horrible fiscal problem that we even have this in front of us.
It is a problem, yes.
So, as a CFO, would you advise that we approve this without having the ability to fund it?
I think that would control the cost that you're going to have.
Excuse me, can I have people be quiet so that we can conduct business and listen to what's being said, questions being answered? Thank you.
Look, I get the control of cost, but
if you're going to look at the service, you're looking at a lower level of service that you have right now.
Well, we can't pay for the service that we're trying to.
Right. Now, if you were to raise rates, you're talking about like 80 cents a month per household to solve the problem.
That number don't work out. If we got 34,000 units and we got $1 million, it's more than 12. Somebody did the math for me. It's more than $12
The number that you're looking at is what was put into the bid specs because it was based off of the number of the last house count that was provided.
Well, what's our house count now?
We have not done one to.
So we don't know if
we have to do another one.
We don't know if we're being overbilled. Since we've been audited this,
well,
how many units are you billing us for?
34,305.
So the 34,000 is the number. If that's what they're billing us, that's the number that matters. So that's the number. If we only have 30,000 that are actually paying the bills, that means that to Mr. Dumas's and Chris's point, those who stayed will pay.
So I did at one point talk to Amanda about it so that she could give us a number that she would be using for